everyone, it's Annette with ASCardDesign. You know what? You don't need fancy supplies to make a beautiful Valentine's Day card. This Easy Card uses scrap cardstock that you already have. If you love easy card making, this one's for you. So here we're using the ginakdesigns All at Once, All Occasion stamps. And I love this. It has multiple greetings. They stamp all at one time. And then I have the coordinating die that will cut them out all at once. And I'll link all the supplies I'm using down below with affiliate links where available. Totally optional, just there if you want them. I'm also going to use the double background one grip mat. I'm bringing that in, and I have some scrap pieces of paper off to the side. I'm putting my grip mat down because I have this cute little Gina K Designs mini intercut die cutting machine, and we're going to use this today because all the dies that we're using are small. And this comes with a thicker bottom plate, which is the cutting plate, and a top plate. Now, I've cut down some scraps to 1.5 inches square, and I found a heart die in my stash, and I am just going to tape that down so it doesn't move, and I'm going to cut that out. And we're going to do this for all, I believe I have 4 pieces, maybe 5 pieces of scrap paper, but 2 are a very deep pink. One is a medium colored pink, and one is a purple, which is, you'll see here in a minute. It's a really cool, I'll explain, but I wanted to show you, we're going to be using the negative pieces, and I'll save the heart die cuts for another project. But there you can see I quickly die cut, but this purple piece is just a piece of cardstock that I swiped over with purple ink, and then I heat embossed it with clear embossing powder, and I just had some scraps. So I thought that would complement the purple, or I'm sorry, but the pink, complement the pink. And I'm bringing in my mini MISTI with a piece of black cardstock. And I'm gonna about to make a mistake. Well, I actually do make a little bit of a mistake right there. I did not want to put the powder on yet. I do want to put the stamp down first because I don't want powder to get on it. So we're just going to take that all at once, all occasion greeting out, and position that on the cardstock. And we'll pick that up with the MISTI door. And now we'll powder the cardstock. And this is Simon Says Stamp anti-static powder. You can use cornstarch. You can use any anti-static powder that you have in your supplies. And then I'm bringing in Gina K's Premium Pigment ink in white. Now I'm going to show you here. This ink pad is it's foam or spongy, I guess. It's not felt. So I'm just pressing ever so gently onto that stamp because I don't want to squish the pad into it, or the ink will just ooze into all the gaps and spaces. So just real light taps, and I'm going to do it twice. And then I'll bring in a scrap piece of cardstock and the Gina K's embossing powder. This is the fine detail white, and I'm just going to dump that right on top of the pigment ink. And I'll give it just a second or two to grab onto the ink, and then we'll dump off the powder, all the excess, and give it a little tap. And this looked pretty good on the first try. If you do see specks where you don't want them, you could take a dry paintbrush and just gently brush them away. But putting the extra powder back in the container because we can reuse that, and then we're just going to heat set this. Now I always warm up my heat tool for about 10-15 seconds, and I like to heat these delicate greetings from underneath. I just feel like it doesn't blow the powder. I can finish it off on top, and you'll see I'm doing that right there. But yeah, I just started from underneath. The camera really didn't pick it up that well, but this is a nice glossy finish. And I did allow it to dry before I start smearing my hands all over it. So give it a little chance to cool off, and then you can wipe all that powder off. And I'm lining up that die, and I'm going to cut that off camera. And you can see all these nice little sentiments. And I only use one, obviously, for this card, but I save them in a little container. And if you're not particularly crafty one day and you just want to do something, just make a bunch of these and have them. You don't even have to heat emboss them. Just stamp them on white cardstock with black ink or whatever ink you want, and you'll be good to go. I even die cut um, blank cardstock, just plain, like you can see right there, for an extra layer. I like to do that instead of always adding foam squares, and I just add some glue like you're seeing, and I double up, or you can triple up to add dimension. Just another option instead of using foam squares all the time. And sometimes I'm just out of foam squares, so that's always an option is to cut extra pieces of cardstock. So here's my panel, which measures 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to bring in a card base, and this measures 8.5 by 5.5. So it's just a 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. And then I'm scoring it there at 4 1/4. I'm gonna give it a couple scores, and then I'm gonna gently fold that down and line up the open edge to the left edge of the scoring tool. And I'll just take that bone folder tool and just burnish down that crease and just make it nice and flat. And that is how you make a card base. This card is very easy and it's pretty much the basic recipe for any card. I'm taking a piece of mint tape and just taping down the card so it doesn't wobble while I'm trying to glue my panel on it. And I'm using Gina Connect glue. I like this glue. I also like Simon Says Stamp Crafty glue. I think it's called Craft Glue. Both are good. You can use tape runner, you can use a glue stick, whatever you have. And I'm just gonna get that right on there, just eyeballing it to get it kind of centered. And then here I'm bringing in my scraps. Now you can arrange these any way you want. I actually saw this card on the 12 by 12 cardstock.com. Actually, it's called the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. I saw this card on their website and then I couldn't find it again. So I'm not going to be able to link it, but I'll link the cardstock shop's website. But if you can find this card, good luck. I couldn't find it after I initially saw it, but it went something like this. But again, you could arrange this anywhere. And I'm just lining up, making sure those little heart squares kind of run off the panel, but stay within the boundaries of the card base so it can fit into an envelope. This would even look nice, just kind of like blocked out, like two at the top, two at the bottom, like a four square type design. And then maybe the greeting in the middle if you wanted to do it just in the middle of the card instead of wonky off to the side like I'm doing here. Um, so I thought I thought adding that purple would be fun to just add something a little extra than the pink. So I'm just making sure that they are down and adhered and bringing in my reverse tweezers, which I love. It's like an extra hand, adding some glue and just putting that right in the center, but offset to the right side. And I'm lining up the right edge of that greeting to the card base. And that's it, my friends. That is, oh, that's not it. One more thing. I really loved this purple. So the camera's not doing it justice, but it's kind of glossy and it's really pretty. I thought I'd add that little heart right on the inside corner there for a little surprise. Now that's the finished card. So it's so easy to make these cards and you can really design them any way you want. But use up your scraps and use what you have. And I thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And I'd love to have you join us again. And until next time, have a peaceful day. Bye, everybody.